Hello, wonderful people from all over the globe. As the essay of today's meeting, I, Toastmaster Manoj, welcome each one of you to the 97th meeting of Chalk and Duster Toastmasters Club. The mission of our Toastmaster Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. For information of all attendees, this meeting is being recorded and would be shared among members for study and self-reflection, and in social media for greater reach to people interested in Toastmasters. In order to have a smooth meeting, here are 3 ground rules. First, please put yourself on mute when not speaking. Do not interrupt while someone is speaking. Second, sex, religion, and politics are considered as taboo as per Toastmaster International Guidelines. Refrain from discussing these topics. Please turn off your video if you are stepping out of the meeting. Now, time now to invite on screen the presiding officer of today's meeting. She became part of the club in May 2022. After wearing the hats of Sergeant at Arms for about 2 terms, she volunteered to shoulder the responsibility of being the president of this illustrious online club. She has authored 5 bestsellers. She loves to capture the ever-changing panorama of life through her camera, photography being a hobby. An illustrious student from childhood, she excelled in her studies and is an MBA in marketing management. She has work experience as operational manager in HSBC Bank, as well as teaching in an engineering and management college. Let me repeat what I always say. She is the bedrock of Chalk and Duster Club. If you are prospering, if you are standing today, if you are having this meeting today, the credit, most of it goes to her. May I request all of you to please unmute. Please unmute and with a thunderous applause welcome the iconic lady Toastmaster, Ravinder Kaur, President of Chalk and Duster. Welcome, Madam President.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manoj, for giving me this opportunity. And I know today is my first day as a presiding officer, and this is our Happy New Year, the first day of a new term. Yeah, actually, thank you so much for giving me such a wonderful introduction. Actually, I completely forgot all those things that you have just reminded me that I have did this thing, and I have worked as operational manager. There are so many things. It was completely out of my mind. So thank you so much for reminding me. So, greetings everyone. Today I am the presiding officer of the day for this term from July 2023 to December 2023. I hope I will do my level best. Actually, I love challenges. So this is my another challenge that I'm going to accept from this term. Hope I will do my level best. So let's first learn from Toastmaster Anne. Can you open your camera and mic? We would love to hear from you.
Thank you very much, Madam President. It is really a pleasure for me to attend your meeting. Well, it's morning time in Barbados. It's now 10:34 in the morning. I know it's evening time in your country, but I bring greetings from my club, which is Fusion Toastmasters Club. We have been in existence since the 30th of March, 2021. We are like yourselves. We are an online club, but we try to have activities where members can meet and greet from time to time. And we're looking forward to having our end of year event, which was supposed to be yesterday, but we had to cancel that because there were a lot of clashes. So we'll be having our end of year event where we'll be inducting our new members on the 16th of July. And I will be serving on the executive as their secretary. And I really enjoy coming to your meetings on a Saturday mornings. It's time well spent. I get to learn a lot, and you allow me to participate in your meetings, and I'm very thankful for that. And going forward, I wish your club much success in this Toastmasters year.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anne. Actually, I was expecting one of your friend, Toastmaster Dinah. But on the last moment, she said that she will join us soon. So thank you so much. Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
So any other guest? We have guest Abha. Can you open your mic and camera? Hi.
Hello, everyone. I am Abha. I joined Toastmasters on January 2021. I'm a member of the Madras Toastmasters Club, but I had to move out of Chennai for work commitment. So now I got the contact of this club through Toastmaster Anand, who's also part of your club. So I wanted to continue my Toastmaster journey online. I didn't want to stop because of moving out of Chennai. So this is my first day joining all of you, and I look forward to participating further.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. Hope you will learn new things from our today's meeting.
Yes,
so
I look forward.
Kindly stay connected till the end of the meeting so we can have feedback from you.
Sure.
So next, Prerna, are you there? Can you unmute yourself and start your video? Yeah.
Yes, I am. Actually, it's raining heavily here.
So kindly
Hello.
introduce yourself.
Yes,
I know you are my friend.
Yes. Yeah. Very good evening to one and all present here. And I am Prerna Bhuania from Dumka, Jharkhand. And I joined this club like through Ravinder ma'am only. Through our one community is there. Through that we contact, and I joined because of her. And yes, so far it has been very good journey. I just appeared here as a guest only till now. I have not become a member of any of the Toastmasters club. Still on the process. Yeah, it has been a wonderful journey till now. Like I have so many insights from you all, how to speak, how to communicate, how to prepare a topic, and how to deal with the table topics. Apart from that, also how to present yourself well. So I'm just learning day by day, because of you all. So thank you so much for giving me chance to speak here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prerna. So I think these all are our today's guests. So without taking much time, let me proceed towards our main section. Let's invite our TMOD of the day. He is none other than, he's a passionate success coach. He is enthusiastic in his career growth. He has 20 years of experience in multiple domains. Right now, he's working with GE Powers. He believes that we should invest in three things: invest in career, invest in cozy pet, invest in wonderful companion. So with the round of applause, let's welcome Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Satya. Over to you.
Thank you. Dear guests and fellow Toastmasters, thank you for this opportunity to take care of next 1.5 hours of yours. And this team is totally committed to ensure that you go from this meeting with tons of values and with the kind of speakers, kind of role players we are having today, I am very comfortable in having that. So my request to all dear guests to rename themselves with a suffix, with a prefix, guest your name, so that it's easy for us to respond to your charts if there is any during the meeting. So to start with, typical Toastmaster meetings are planned with a theme. Now, this theme is nothing but like a thread of a garland. That means all the pieces of this meeting will be held together by this theme. And today, I have chosen a theme which is which is very very common to each of us. As a person, as a professional, I can count the success between failures. That means most of the times the results are not as expected, whatever may be the area I am concerned with, be it health, be it finances, be it with my career, my relationships. So I failed in school. In grade 12, I failed miserably. I failed in the first relationship which I had. I've failed in so many things that I have stopped counting. But when I came to my professional career, I am fortunate to be mentored and taught in so many management tools, which right now I am finding so much relevance in our day-to-day life. So the theme of today, you can't manage what you don't measure, is very relevant to all of you. Have patience and stay with us. I'm sure that the next 1.5 hours which you will be spending with this theme will be worth value adding. Okay. So to speak something about this theme is basically a quote by the famous management guru Peter Drucker. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2005. He belonged to Austria, and to see the majesty of this thought, this thinker, he predicted things like privatization, decentralization, even 3 decades before they came. He predicted that Japan will be an economic power 20 years before it happened. He specifically told about the importance of marketing in the business community years back. And today, whatever we are doing, we are now in a data-driven world, and continuous lifelong learning was something which he has predicted 50 years back. So we are talking of someone who is called as the management guru or the father of true management. So we have an MBA. So we have so our president Toastmaster Ravinder is an MBA. So Peter Drucker is regarded as the father of management. Okay, now we see that how the affairs of a company or a corporate is managed, how we manage our day-to-day challenges, and why we have to do that, and is there any guideline throughout this meeting. But before that, let me explain how Toastmasters as an organization is managed and Toastmaster meetings are managed. So Toastmaster as an organization is a US-based non-profit organization, specifically in the areas of education. And it is primarily it is promoting communication, public speaking, and leadership skill development. And to mention the size, the massive size and the massive impact it is imparting in millions of lives, let me give some numbers for this organization. It is operating out of more than 145 countries across the globe. It is having more than 16,000 clubs with more than 3,65,000 active members. Humongous, big size. Okay, so that's about Toastmasters. Toastmaster has been a go-to place if you if you target mastering those three critical skills: communication, leadership, and public speaking. And when it comes to our meeting, the typical Toastmaster meeting is structured into three parts. The first part is basically prepared speeches, where the speakers take their time, prepare for the speeches, and show their grab on the public speaking skills. Today, we don't have any prepared speeches as such, but today we have one of the very beautiful and eminent speakers within our club who will be giving his master class. So please have your faith and some patience to enjoy that and have his speech later in this session. The second part of the Toastmaster session is known as the table topic session, where our table topic master will challenge the champions with the impromptu speech challenges. Okay. Now, impromptu means you have to face the question as and when with a gap of 10 seconds to respond. And as they know that feedback is the breakfast of champions. So when you have champion table topic speakers, then you have a session which is known as a evaluation session, where the scanners of the general evaluator will be all eyes open and all ears open to see where we can improve. Because again, to repeat the same thing, breakfast feedback is the breakfast for the champions. So for doing that, today we have a very special person who is none other than our Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster, Toastmaster 1. To introduce him, I'll give some data about him, about his journey in Toastmasters. So last May, he was elected to be the third highest position in his district, that is District 99. Currently, I think from today, we are blessed to have him as a club growth director for the District 99. And he is targeting to reach to the highest position within next 2 years. And professionally, he has mentored so many Toastmasters in his journey so far. Not only Toastmaster individually, he has also mentored clubs to have their learning experience evolved over time. So I'll request him to come under the virtual podium and say few words about this meeting. And we are expecting that he will be giving a training session today, kind of, through demonstrating how the general evaluator role is performed. So he is in the role and we'll learn from him. Okay. So let us invite Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster, Toastmaster 1. The virtual podium is all yours.
Thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. Yes, thank you. So first, I would like to commend everyone for taking up the role. This is our first day for new Toastmaster year 2023-24. I also would like to congratulate all the club officers who step up to lead this club. As for my role today as General Evaluator, I'll be giving the general evaluation portion of our meeting, and I promise to give you the best evaluation because this promise will not be possible without the help of my so-called tag team, the timer, our counter, and our grammarian, and of course, our evaluator. So that's my promise. A great evaluation because of the help of our role takers. Over to you.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster 1. Now I'll invite the tag team who will be empowering Toastmaster 1 to discharge his duties of general evaluator today. To start with, let me invite Toastmaster Danish, who will be performing the role of the timer today. So Danish, please come to the virtual stage and explain your role today to the audience.
Thank you, TMOD Satya. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Danish. Today, I will play the role of timer. As a timer, I am responsible for keeping track of session throughout the session. So, as there is no speaker today and there is a master class, for master class, I will show the green card at 15 minutes, yellow card at 18 minutes, and red card at 20 minutes. And there is also a grace period of 3 minutes for Toastmaster Manoj to conclude his master class. For table topic session, I will show the green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1 and 30 seconds, and red card at 2 minutes. There is also a grace period of 30 seconds for the speaker to conclude his table topic. Thanks, and back to you.
That quick and crisp. Thank you. For today's session, I'll be the counter for the meeting. So let me brief you about what is the role of the counter. So as a counter, I'll observe the speakers for and So these are basically the crutch words, and there are some pause filler like and like that. So those pause fillers will be also observed, and unconsciously we used to repeat a lot of words which make our communication ineffective. I'll also be monitoring it. Not only I'll be monitoring the crutch words, pause fillers, and repetitions, I'll suggest if there is an opportunity to improve those limitations in the communication at the end of the meeting when the general evaluator will be asking me to do so. So over to you, general evaluator. And I'll request the grammarian to come to the virtual podium and tell this meeting about his role briefly. So our grammarian for today is Toastmaster. Sorry.
Ashok. Toastmaster
Ashok.
R. Yes.
So sorry. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you, TMOD Satya. A very good evening, good morning to all my fellow Toastmasters and future Toastmasters. Today, I will be playing the grammarian role. So as a grammarian, I will note down the incorrect usages of grammar. I will also note down good outstanding words, good phrases, as well as quotes. And it's also my responsibility to provide the word of the day. So today, word of the day is, I will share my screen. I hope my screen is visible. Word of the day is intrepid. Intrepid. The meaning of intrepid is brave, fearless, bold. And usage is like this. The intrepid fisherman rushed into the burning house and saved the baby. So I encourage all the speakers and role takers to use the word of the day in your speech. So I wish all the very best to all the speakers. With this, it's back to you, TMOD Satya. Thank you.
Thank you, grammarian TM Ashok. To let the speakers and the participants of this meeting interpret, one quote, when one message from distinguished Toastmaster one, which really I liked it so much. There is nothing to fear in Toastmasters. We commit mistakes here. We are allowed to commit mistakes, and we learn through committing mistakes. So let us show interpretness today and be interpret speakers and enjoy this show and have fun, and at the same time learn a lot. So when it comes to the theme, you can't manage what you measure. So the first question, why we need to manage things? Measure comes next, but why we need to manage things? So I'll ask any of the volunteers. So any guesses, any thought on that? Why things need to be managed? Anyone, please. Yeah, Toastmaster Prabhat. Yeah.
Sorry, first of all, sorry for the background noise. I'm traveling.
It's absolutely okay.
We measure things because we do care. Whatever we care for, we measure. Otherwise, there is no need to measure because we want them to improve. We want to know where we are, where things are. So there is a natural tendency to measure things. Even if we can improve or not, this is a separate issue. But still, it becomes an automatic tendency to know where, how things are around us, how we are, how the people are around us. Everything is almost quantified. So it is a tendency to measure things. That's the way we have learned from the childhood.
Yeah, that's a nice thought. That's a nice thought. Thank you for that response. Any other response? Why things need to be managed?
In order to utilize them effectively, like for example, time needs to be managed because we want to do more things out of the limited time that we have. So we would like to know where we spend our time and how we can utilize it better.
So to be that's a wonderful response. To be effective, so thanks for both those responses. So things need to be managed because we are linked to the outcomes. Okay, so we want the outcomes to be predictable. We want the outcomes to be predictable all the time, and it's not necessarily always positive outcomes, because what is the outcome of a war? We are going through a lot of turmoil out there in this geopolitics. Okay, what about politics? The outcome are not always positive though. Okay, but the predictability is something which always we look forward to. Okay, so that means to make things predictable in any areas, okay, the title says that we need to measure it, because to start with, we have to set a baseline. How many members today we have in our meeting? 60. Okay, that's a number. And we are saying that it's a good meeting because we have 16 members. And it's houseful almost. Okay, so that's why the first stage is to measure. And if you measure, then you can manage. So we'll discuss more on that. But before that, I'll not make you wait more for that wonderful masterclass which is coming. Now, it's a mastery of muddle. Okay, the title is amazing, and the speaker is amazing. So let me say a few words about this eminent speaker. So the speaker is into Toastmasters since 2016. He is very, very passionate, and it is always a fun and a loving experience to hear him. He is trying to master all 4 skills of communication, that is listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And as a mark of gratitude to the Mother Nature, he has been consciously reducing his carbon footprint on our green planet by pursuing minimalism and veganism. And with those last few words, last couple of words, I'm so happy and so privileged to invite our speaker for this masterclass, Toastmaster Manoj Lenka. So, Toastmaster Manoj, the virtual podium is all yours. Please come to the stage.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Satya. Now, coming on to my masterclass, I'll be making it a bit interactive. I would love to have you all can unmute yourself unless you have a background noise. Please unmute yourselves so that we can make it more interactive session. And it won't be interpret for, it will be like not frightening for anyone. You can take on different questions that I ask with interpretedness and boldness and participate. Now, the first thing that comes to today's our mind is, what is this masterclass about? It is something called mystery and model. What comes to your mind when you think about this topic, mystery and model, what I'm going to talk about?
So, muddle is very chaotic environment, and it's mysteries why we are going to that chaotic environment situation.
Okay. I'll just take a minute to share my slide. Okay. Are you able to see my slide? Is my slide visible to each one of you?
Yes.
Okay, great. So as it is flashed on the screen, mystery or model. And TM Satya has already spoken about his mind, what I'm going to talk about. Is there anyone, something is striking in your mind, something would like to share? What is this mystery or model? You
I
can
feel like
all unmute, yeah.
I feel like this I mean, now that I see the picture, this
Yeah.
feels like it feels like that one voice from the Mahabharat serial which says "मैं समय बोल रहा हूँ."
Okay,
Which
okay.
समय, like for example, time in itself is a mystery to a lot of people. People
Yeah.
think that they have a lot of time, and then suddenly they look at themselves, it's already 80 years gone.
Okay.
So it's a mystery that way, and then they feel like whatever they are doing, they're already in a muddle, they're already in a chaos, because as soon as you're born, you're thrown into chaos. You have to struggle to do every single thing. But then
Thank you, Sri. I think you got it right. We're talking about time. Time is a mystery, no doubt. And I'll tell you one story. Like there was a discussion going on between man and God, if there is a God somewhere. And God said, for me, 1 second is equivalent to 1,000 years of your life. And 1 million gold coins is equivalent to 1 coin, 1 rupee coin. So the intelligent man said, God, please give me 1 rupee of yours. And God said, wait a second. If you got it right, wait a second means waiting for 1,000 years. If you see time and life, are they different? I don't think so. Because we measure our life by time. If we are wasting our time, we are wasting our life. And if we are wasting our life, we are wasting our time. I think they're both synonyms. Time and life are synonyms. Now, can we capture this time? What human beings do, we try to capture time. Like one of our guests today, she's wearing a wonderful wristwatch. When she came on the screen, guest Abha. She's wearing a wonderful wristwatch. We try to capture time with our wristwatch, our timepieces, the wall clocks. Even we find those great clock towers like Big Ben. So human beings are trying to capture time through various means. And nowadays, with our smartphones, we are forgetting about all these timepieces. We are trying to capture time through our smartphones. But are you able to really capture time? That's a big question. So there's the Big Ben next to the Parliamentary Hall in London. And that's a great painting by one of the painters. Any guesses who has seen this painting before? It shows the flow of time. The fluidity of those timepieces. It is shown by one of these 19th century great artists whose name is a Spanish artist, Salvador Dali. His style of painting is called surrealistic. Realistic with a prefix, SUR, surrealistic. Surrealistic paintings are something of a dream vision. And he's a very, very famous painter. If you see his paintings, basically the painting of Jesus Christ on the cross. That's a wonderful painting. You may not have seen that kind of painting. Now, continuing with this theme of time, in Mahabharata, there is a wonderful story when the Pandavas were in the forest for 12 years and 1 year of incognito phase. That time, one day while they were roaming around in the forest, their wife felt thirsty. So one after another brother, they went to a nearby lake to fetch water. And they didn't come back. So at last it was the turn of the eldest brother, Yudhishthira. He reached that lake and he wanted to drink that water. That's the time a crane standing over there, beautiful crane, white crane. He said, don't drink that water, I warn him. Before you drink that water, you need to answer my questions. And Yudhishthira, unlike his younger brothers, Pora, they did not heed to that warning from that crane. They went to drink the water and they lay dead over there. Yudhishthira said, okay, you ask me questions, I'm ready to answer your question. So the question that the crane asked was, what is the news? News as an acronym stands for North, East, West, and South. Something that we hear from all around the world. And Yudhishthira said the news is the cook is time. Time is the cook, and the vessel in which it cooks is the world of ignorance. And the fire is that of the sun, and the fuel. Fuel is days and nights. The ladle on which it cooks are the months and seasons. So this is a wonderful concept, the way our human life goes on. And we remain ignorant about how the time flies. Like for last 55 years, I have been existing on this mother earth. When I look back, I do not know what are my achievements except for existing. So there comes a big question mark. Am I making my life a model, or it's still a mystery to me? Of course, it's still a mystery to me. Now, next question that the white crane asked Yudhishthira was, what is the most wonderful thing that you find? And Yudhishthira goes on to say, every day numerous living creatures are dying, yet we humans think we are going to live forever. We forget that man is not man, human beings are mortal. Now, we'll come to him. He's a Nobel laureate who was born in US but migrated to Britain. He goes on to win Nobel Prize for Literature in 1948. And when he talks about time, he says, time present and time past are perhaps present and time future, and time future contained in time past. If all time is eternally present, time is unredeemable. We cannot get away from time. It is always with us, but what it is, it's a big, big mystery. Now, once the world conqueror Alexander conquered half the world, he wanted to become immortal. In his childhood, he had heard stories about people in India, saints. They knew the secret of immortality. So when he came attacking India, he sent his trusted followers to find a sage. They went around in a forest, they found a sage in the meditative pose, and they said, "You come with us, our king wants to meet you." The sage said humbly, "If your king wants to meet me, ask him to come to me. I am not interested to meet anyone." Then his followers took out their daggers and said, "We are going to kill you." The sage smiled at them and laughed and said, "You want to kill me? Death is inevitable in everyone's life. If someone is born, he's going to die. If you want to kill me, kill me. It doesn't make much difference." So they had never met somebody like him, that somebody is not afraid of death. So they, without harming, without doing anything, they went back to Alexander and narrated this incident. Then Alexander walked up to that sage and told him, "Sage, teach me the secret to immortality." Sage said, "There is nothing like immortality. Why do you want immortality?" Then Alexander says, "I've conquered half the world. I've got so much of wealth, and to live forever and rule over this universe. And if I have to conquer the whole world, I have only conquered half the world. My dream is to conquer the whole world." The sage said, "Okay, I'm giving you the address to that cave. You go inside that cave, you'll find a lake inside that cave. Go and drink that water. If you drink that water, you'll become immortal." Then the Alexander, along with his men, went into that cave, and there he finds that lake, and he is about to drink that water. And there's a crow over there. He said, "Wait. For heaven's sake, don't toss that water. I also did that same mistake of drinking that water, and I'm still alive. I'm unable to die. Without death, we cannot understand the beauty of life. We cannot go on living forever. We'll get fed up. The same thing, if you eat the same thing every day, you'll get fed up. That goes with our life too. So this has to be different. So do not do that mistake of drinking that water. And Alexander the Great, when he died, I told that story earlier too. He asked his followers, "Let the doctors carry my casket to the burial ground." A lesson to the mankind that even doctors cannot save you from death. Let those jewels and all those wealth I have won, healing people throughout my life, let it be thrown on the street to tell mankind they have no value more than those pebbles, and leave my hands outside the casket to tell the mankind that I came empty-handed and I'm going back empty-handed. Let that be a lesson for the mankind. Now, once you're talking about this mystery, we have understood life and time are synonymous. Now, if time is a mystery, life of human beings too are a mystery. One of the saints in India, he said, we are not one, but we are three. The one you think you are, the one others think you are, and the one you really are. So life's mission sometimes is that to find out who we really are. I think once you understand that, our life mission will be fulfilled. And we are going to enjoy every minute, every second of our life. As I have been telling you always, every second it's a new me, a new you. Because as I'm speaking, millions of cells in my body have changed. They have renewed themselves. Duality cycle. Night, there is day. If there is happiness, there is sadness. And if we can accept this duality of life, then I think we understand life better. If you're successful today, tomorrow might be a different day altogether. So if we're happy today, let's accept when sadness comes in our life. And once we accept things as it comes, I think we'll remain contented, we'll remain happy. Because life is a journey from B to D, letter B to letter D. If letter B stands for birth, letter D stands for death. And in between B and D comes C. And C stands for anyone? Anyone in the audience can tell me?
Choices.
Yes. Right? Who said that?
Satya.
Satya, yeah. Choices. Yes, it is in our hand to choose. Choose to be happy or sad. Choose to be successful or be a failure. We cannot blame anyone in the world except the man in the mirror for our success, for our failure, whether we're happy or we are unhappy. So it all depends on us. And accept life as it comes. The duality you find, if there is love, there is hate. If there is togetherness, there is separation. If there is beautiful, there is also ugliness of life. I think that is what makes life beautiful, isn't it? That is what makes the world also beautiful. If there is health, there is disease. Without disease, you cannot understand what health is. If there is no sorrow, you cannot understand the value of happiness. If it is all happy, you do not know whether you're happy or not. So for that happiness to be understood by us, we need to know what is sadness. To know what is success, we need to undergo failure. And same thing goes for if you want to understand and be happy and enjoy life, we need to accept death. I had written an article about this. If you want to enjoy life fully, be aware of death every day. I've experimented it in my life. Like I told you earlier in one of my speeches, whenever I used to have some kind of fight with my wife, I used to, because the best thing that a husband can do in a kind of fight is to listen to the wife. Keep your mouth shut and keep your ears open. 2 ears God has given you, keep them open and listen to her. And how I used to do that, I used to imagine as if I'm dead. A dead person cannot speak. So I used to just have a smile on my lips and listen to her. And once he's taken off all the frustration, whatever is lying within her, she's satisfied. And then whatever tussle we had, that vanishes. So all the married people and those who are planning to marry, you can practice this. Use your ears more, speak less if you want to be happy in your conjugal life, as well as happy in the world itself. And for that, accept the duality of life. We can remain ignorant, or we can accept. Acceptance is life. Ignorance is most often it is knowingly ignorance. We know about everything. What I have discussed till now is nothing new. We all know about this. Only thing, we act as if we are ignorant. We forget that we are going to die one day. We forget that tomorrow we might be a failure. Tomorrow, it might be a different day. So if we start accepting things, I think we'll understand life better and be a happy person. And this acceptance comes with the self-acceptance. Before you accept the complete world, it all starts with self-acceptance. Accept as you are. There is no one in the whole world who is like you. We are all unique beings, each one of us. So if we understand that uniqueness within us, whatever deformity there might be, but still we are a unique being with unique qualities. Once you understand this uniqueness, once we accept ourselves, then we can accept others. Accept the world as it is. And then definitely, happiness will be in our palm. The whole world, the whole universe will be in our palm. So to end my masterclass, my gratitude to each one of you, and thank you so much for giving a patient hearing for last so many, about 20 minutes or so. Thanks a lot. With that, over to TMOD.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Big round of applause for that wonderful speech. That's heavy sometime, but at the end, I'll like to rename the title of the speech. It's not a mystery to of medal. It's actually after the speech, I can very comfortably say, and many of the audience will agree that it's a medal to mindfulness. Thank you for those wonderful messages throughout the speech. Great speech. So coming back to our topic, if we want to manage and have predictable results, that means we need to check on 4 things. So a contemporary of Peter Drucker is Edward Deming. He given a very small formula. We can write it down. It's a PDCA formula: plan, do, check, and act. Any act and everything in life, whatever you name it. So there has to be a planning, there has to be action, but most importantly, after that action, there should be 2 things: check and act. That means a follow-up action. So whatever I have acted upon, is it yielding predictable result? Is it resulting in what I have expected? If not, then I have to do something. But for that, you have to measure it. Okay. So life, in many things in life are better if they are not predictable. Two things specifically. One is what is in the dinner. So what we have today's dinner, if there is a surprise, then it's enjoyable thing. Unpredictable does not always suck. Okay. And the second is table topic round. So table topic round is a lot of unpredictability, and we all as Toastmaster and guests enjoy it. So for today's table topic session, let me invite our table topic master, who is none other than our VP Education. Professionally, he is a project manager in a IT firm located currently out of Mumbai. He is, as his name suggests, his full name is Shiva Prasad. That means the blessing of Lord Shiva. He is blessed with a 2-year-old kid and a very, very happy family. And he is belonging to my hometown, my native, the temple city of Bhubaneswar. And he loves traveling and have those memories with him. So let's welcome and have that enigmatic table topic session by none other than Toastmaster Shiva. So Toastmaster Shiva, the table topic session is all yours.
Hey, thank you so much, TMOD Satya. Wonderful introduction. You cover everything from my professional to my personal, where I'm staying. We are living in one city, the Temple City. Okay, thank you, everyone. Okay, before I start, firstly, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Toastmaster and my dear guest. You know, this table topic, this is the most exciting session in Toastmaster meeting, table topic session. And the purpose of the table topic is to have member practice and thinking and develop 4 major communication skills. The first is listening, second is thinking, third is organizing, fourth is delivering. You know why 4 things? When I will ask you one question in table topic, so you have to think carefully to understand my question. So here in this session, you will improve your listening skills. After your listening, you have to think about that topic and you have to organize your speak. And once you are ready within like 2 seconds or 3 seconds, then you have to deliver. So this table topic, if you participate this table topic session in every club or here or wherever, then you must improve your 4 communication skills. To help you practice today, I have prepared few topics that hopefully will help you to meet these goals. I encourage everyone to give it a try. I may randomly call you, or you can volunteer, but I mainly call all the guests. Before I'll begin, let me quickly share my screen.
Save.
Sorry. Okay. Okay. Where is that? Shit. Okay. Okay, so is it visible, my screen? Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, let me call the guest first. Okay, guest Ava, would you like to try first?
Sure, okay.
Okay, thank
I'll
you.
go first.
What number you want to take?
53.
53. Okay, any lucky number? 53 something?
No, just random. It's somewhere in the middle.
Okay, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Okay. So your question is, if you had to teach something, what would you teach? If you had to teach something, what would you teach? Over to you, guest Ava.
Thank you, Table Topics Master, for this very interesting topic. I think that over time, we develop mastery over certain things, like not, I wouldn't say mastery, but then we develop our skill sets over time. We are learning all our lives. In schools, we are learning. At college, we are learning. And even professionally, when we start working, we are learning day in and day out. And after a while, we develop certain level of proficiency in certain things, and that enable us to reach a level where we feel that we can help others learn those skills. So I feel like at this point I would be able to teach at least school level kids how to speak in English, because there are certain basic elements to speaking a language and the grammar and the structure. So I feel like if I had to teach something, it would probably be school level English. Basic grammar and basic sentence making. That is where I feel I will be able to teach people. Thank you for this opportunity.
Okay, thank you, yes, Ava. It was nice. Okay, next I will call guest TM Prabhat. Are you ready?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, let me quickly share my screen. Okay, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so 53 is gone. Which number do you want to take?
Give me 55.
55, 55. Let's see. Okay, so your question is, when you close your eyes, what do you see? When you close your eyes, what do you see? Over to you. Guest Prabhat.
Thank you. When I close my eyes, what do I see? I see myself. I am a sum of my own thoughts, my emotions, my feelings, and my experiences. As soon as I close my eyes, all those things just get rolled over and just get depicted in my mind, that what a person I am, how I have become so far, and what I want to become. It's all a sum of the total experiences and all my feelings and thoughts that have been projected in my own eyes and thoughts. So as soon as I close my eyes, I also want to become, I just think of becoming a person that I have projected, that where I want to be and how can I contribute? How can I evolve as a person? This is the way I can think of myself. And definitely there will be a way to take myself to new heights, make a better self for myself. And also I can create things for society that are desirable in my own eyes. What is best for me, what is best for society, so that I can also think of in my own eyes what is beneficial for others. And this is what I have become so far. Even deliberately, I just close my eyes and just have to have experience. How do I feel? How do I think? Because this is a stage where I just zero down on and gradually slow down, so that we can take a leapfrog from there where I want to become. And that is where the real creation in life is. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Siva.
Thank you, guest Toastmaster Prabhat. I could say, like, when you speak, then you close your eyes something around 4 to 5 seconds. Okay, I can relate. Okay, next
Toastmaster Shri.
Yes, Toastmaster Sri.
Hello.
Toastmaster Sri, can you please turn on your camera?
Actually, there's some problem with my camera. Wait, I've started
No worries, no worries. But okay, let me quickly share my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is it my screen visible?
Yeah. Yeah. So, Siba, why don't you, you know all the questions? Give me the hardest one.
Hardest one.
Yeah.
No,
You
this is your point to you. You have to select. 50,
Okay, you pick
51,
one for.
52, 56, or 57?
Okay, 56.
56. Okay, let's see. No, 56 already gone, I think. Oh, sorry. 56 you say, right?
Yeah.
1 second. Okay, so your question is, how do you define success? How do you define success? Over to you, Sri. I think this is the gist for you.
Yeah. Okay. Just yesterday, when I was visiting my temple, a beautiful temple within my society. Interestingly, it's a Shiva temple. People come there, offer water, dahi, milk, curd, to be honest, flowers, and many more things. And then they sit there and wish for something that they want in their life. A similar incident back in Tamil Nadu had happened when one of those devotees had visited a temple in the forest. And in the forest, he saw a Shiva temple again. There, he did not offer a flower or milk or curd or anything else. This devotee was so dedicated to his devotion, he wanted to offer his own eyes, indicating the fact that he did not earn anything in the process. Imagine the kind of liberation he had already incurred in himself, the kind of mentality he carried, that this body holds no value to him because he is ready to offer it to the God itself. Attaining such liberation, attaining the kind of freedom to its core is what Swaraj is all about. I'm sure people here must have heard about the word called Swaraj. It's to have the kind of freedom from all sorts of shackles. That means the shackle of life itself. That is true success, in my opinion, to be free from all sorts of bondages. Over to you, Siva.
Okay, thank you, Sri. So we are running out of time, so we can take only one. I can see Toastmaster Praveen, our guest Reena Kumari raised her hand. So is it Praveen? I'll ask guest Reena to take this question. Fine. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Praveen. Okay, Reena, let me quickly share my screen for your question. Okay, back to master sheet. Okay, great, Reena. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. Which number you want to take?
51.
Oh, this is the toughest one, I think. Okay, no, this is just one. Okay, so your question is, what does true friendship means to you? What does true friendship mean to you? Over to you, guest Reena.
So, in childhood, what I used to do, I was trying to build a good habit, but I was not able to do so. So, to build that, I go to my friend and said my problem that I am not able to build good habit. I am wasting so much time on different the things which is not necessary for me. Then he said to me, just listen carefully to me. Once he shared his story to me that once he went to a pandit that gave him a mantra that we all are surrounded with a person, a 5 person. If that 5 person are destructive in nature, then we will become a destructive person. If that 5 people will have good nature, we will become a good person. And if that person will become supportive, then we will become a good human being. And that 5 person are our own sense organs. And if we use that sense organs in good thing, we will definitely become a good person. So that friend gave me this advice, and I just wanted to share with all of you. Thank you so much. Back to you, Siva.
Thank you, Rina. Very well said. And this is nice to hear also. This. Okay, so that's it from my side. And thank you everyone for participating, all the guests for participate this table topic session. Back to you, TMOD Satya.
That's a super amazing table topic session. Thanks for all the interpret speakers for participating wholeheartedly. So without wasting much time, let us move to the last session of our today's meeting. Let's welcome distinguished Toastmasters, Master Vaughan. Hello. Is
Hello?
Toastmaster?
Yes, I'm always here and listening.
Yeah.
Sir.
So the podium is all yours. Please start with your evaluation session.
Yes. The evaluation part is where we get to decide if we did good, we did not do good, or how are we going to improve. Fellow Toastmasters, guests, and friends, welcome to the evaluation portion of our program. And I promise, tonight we will have the best evaluation. It's because of these Toastmasters who step up to take a role. And I'm going to call them one by one for the report. We don't have an evaluator because we don't have a speaker, but we do have a master class, and the master class has the privilege not to evaluate. First, I would like to call the so-called tag team. And what I mean by tag team? Timer, counter, and grammarian for the benefit of those guests who are not Toastmasters. Our timer, Danish, is all yours.
Thank you, DTM Vaughan. Again, good evening, everyone. So for the master class, Toastmaster Manoj took 22 minutes and 13 seconds. And for table topic, guest Abba took 1 minute and 28 seconds. Guest Prashant took 1 minute and 56 seconds. Reed took 2 minutes. And guest Hina took 1 minute and 43 seconds. So all the table topic speakers are qualified for the voting. Thanks. And back to you, General Evaluator DTM Vaughan.
Thank you for that short but meaningful timing report. Now, another person who will going to help us to deliver successful and best evaluation is, of course, the second person under the tag team, our counter, and no other than our Toastmaster of the day, Satya.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So today I am having a very comfortable time working as a counter because the speakers are amazing. Absolutely flawless start by guest Ava, guest Sri, equally great. So guest Ava, I have only find one limit repetition. I mean thrice, which are not needed. You can definitely consider. We will be sharing the link of our YouTube channel, club YouTube channel, so that you can refer to the recordings and see if you could improve on that. Apart from that, guest Prabhat and guest Rina. So your speeches are absolutely flawless. So I am having a very quiet and easy time working as the accountant today meeting. So over to you, the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, and also our accounter. And thank you for doing that dual role tonight. Next person is, of course, our grammarian, Toastmaster Ashok. Over to you.
Thank you, DTM1. So, meeting was going with the proper grammar usages. So, word of the day is not used by anyone in this meeting. So I am lacking my part. So I have captured a few good or outstanding words during this session. Just I will share my screen. I'm presenting it. Some of the good words or outstanding words are used in the meetings, like yielding, enigmatic, muddle, tussle, shackle, destructive, and like phrases were like gratitude to Mother Nature. So these were the good words or phrases in our session. So I did not find any like incorrect usages in grammar. So meeting was going with well grammar usages. So with this report, back to you, DTM1.
Thank you very much for that detailed, and I like that slides that you presented to us. Thank you very much for that. Very innovative, and of course, we are using the digital. I will call you a digital leader because you are using technology for presenting such report for every one of us to see. So thank you very much. We will learn from you. Okay, so that is our tag team or our timer, accounter, and grammarian. It's time for me to deliver the general evaluation. So I have 5 minutes, but I really wanted to make it sweet and short. First, I would like to acknowledge our Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Satya, for mentioning we have 3 minutes, so we will start early. So thank you very much for that. As Toastmasters, it is our responsibility to begin on time and end on time. Thank you very much for reminding that. I would like also to acknowledge our Sergeant at Arms for mentioning one of the housekeeping rules, and Toastmaster Manoj's mentioned, please turn off your camera when you are going to leave the meeting. Thank you for mentioning that, because you are teaching us the proper etiquette during Zoom meeting. Also, I would like to mention again our Toastmaster of the Day. I always noticing in the chat, he said, he requested us to rename, like if you're guest, put your name in the guest. Thank you very much for that, because it's easier for each and everyone to recognize who's the person. So let's say we saw here a counter. We saw her guest on Whitehall. So I really like that idea, reminding each and everyone. So I would like to mention to all future Toastmasters and also other members, if we can remind. The only thing that I really wanted to mention, although I noticed no one did it during the masterclass, I went to another club and they shut off their chat because they said, according to them, it's annoying. And we have a former member also, he said, chat is annoying. That's what she said. So, but tonight it is done in timely manner. If no one is speaking, then that's the time that we will do the chat in the chat box. And Toastmaster Satya did that. We don't have a speaker. I really wanted to make a call to action that I'm hoping next second meeting of the year, we will have speaker. Toastmaster Manoj, thank you very much for the masterclass. You always amaze me with your title, Mystery or Model. When I saw that, what is the masterclass? See, the title alone is very catchy. The title alone is already a mystery, and that creates an excitement, that creates what's in it. So thank you very much for that. Your masterclass is well delivered. I love how eloquent you are, and also I love how you present your slides. You are not, as a speaker, you are not relying on your slides, but rather you use your slide as a picture to all listeners, giving 1,000 words, and yet the true words are coming from you. Again, I really appreciate Toastmaster Satya when you mentioned, dear guests, we will request you all to remain in the meeting till the end to mark your feedback. So this is my opportunity to thank our guests, guest Anne, guest Abba. There's one more guest, guest Prabhat, and I know one guest already left the meeting after delivering table topic master or table topic speech. I forgot the name. I think it's Siri. But thank you for the guest who is still here, because later on, as what our Toastmaster said, we will get your feedback. Things to improve in this meeting. I would like to remind everyone, be very careful to use the acronym like TMOD. Why? Because if we have one guest, first time in Toastmasters meeting, he or she doesn't understand that word TMOD. So I request, if possible, Toastmaster of the Day instead of TMOD. So imagine you are in a workplace, there is a new worker, and you mention your acronyms, your lingo, or your words that only you understand. And this is person first day in work, and he hears something like that. What's the feeling of that person? He may be confused. He may be feel all alone because he's not into the group. So yes, it's okay if we are all Toastmasters. If there's no guest, that's okay. But be very mindful if there's a guest. I believe our guests here, guest Anne is a Toastmaster, that's okay. But how about if a guest is a first timer and doesn't know anything about Toastmaster? That is one thing that I really wanted to emphasize in this meeting. Another one is, if possible, since we have like 3 or 4 guests here, if we can share the agenda in the chat box or in the chat, then that will helpful, very helpful for our guests so that they can follow the meeting. Next one. We have 15 attendees a while ago, and now we're down to 11. So this is one thing that we need to acknowledge next time, or something to challenge ourselves. If we have 15 in the beginning of the meeting, how can we manage to have that 15 people or 14 until the end? First, of course, reminding them, just like what Toastmasters Satya, reminding the guests to stay or reminding. But of course, life is busy. Right now, I'm going to leave after my general evaluation, so work. But again, something to challenge ourselves and me as well, something that I'm going to challenge myself next time is to keep that number of person to stay until the end of the meeting. That's the reason why we need to start on time and begin on time, which we are trying to do. Other than that, I really wanted to say congratulations to all the officers today. This is your first day. So job well done. And also this is the first day of meeting. So I really wanted to appreciate and recognize the role takers, the auxiliary role takers, and the major role takers. Until then, have a good night. Have a good day. Keep speaking. Keep going. Over to you, our TMOD or Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Satya. Thank you.
Wow. That's a superb evaluation, general evaluation feedback session. A lot of takeaways. We definitely consider incorporating them right from our next meeting. Thank you, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster 1. So to take our discussion ahead, but before that, I'll remind our response to kindly launch the poll for the base table topic speaker and the auxiliary role player so that we can have the evaluations done. Thank you so much. So let's complete this first. Okay, great, superb. So to take our discussion further, we know that we have issues, we have failure, we want predictable outcomes, and there is a small formula PDCA, plan, do, check and act. Check and act are the follow-up actions. And why we need to do this? Because we want predictable outcomes. Okay. So that means how to ensure that we are passed and expected results are arriving every time. Yeah, we know we don't have to wait for the term to end. Okay. So we don't have to wait for the annual results to come, to the semester results to come, to the week to complete. But before that, because that will happen once in a while, but before that, we can do a small thing. We can take and rely on the small mock test. Okay, what kind of mock test? If we are trying to measure the result, better change our approach and measure the effort. Because if you are taking actions and if you are taking the correct actions, there will be signals that you are leading towards your goal, and you are not expected to do those checks every day. But yes, we know that Olympic happens in 4 years, once in 4 years. But the champions are made every day. That's why it's very important to measure, set the baseline, take the small actions that would assure us the predictable outcomes. So with that, I hope that you have enjoyed this session of Toastmasters meeting, and we all have participated in the poll. I'd hand over the stage, the virtual podium, to our presiding officer to announce the award and take the meeting to the end with a guest photo. So if we are ready with the awards, presiding officer.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Satya, for giving me the virtual stay. Before declaring the results, let me take feedback from our guests, what they have learned from our today's meeting. Toastmaster Prabhat and guest hour. Are you there? And you open your
we have Prerna also, to guest Prerna also.
Yeah.
Guest and also. Thank you.
Who want to volunteer to give us the feedback? That will help us a lot to improve the quality of our meetings. Kindly come forward. Prerna, are you there? A guest and
Good evening,
yes, Prerna.
Ravindra, Toastmaster Ravindra.
Yeah.
Thank you for very much for asking for feedback. The most important thing that I just interacted in this, club is that started in time and just ended in sharp dot 9:13, 1.5 hours as committed in your agenda. That's the most important thing that I appreciate, and I really emulate such things because we try often in different clubs, but this is that has been so beautifully executed. I really appreciate all the efforts of all the office bearers, despite having an elaborate and masterclass by Toastmaster Manoj and multiple topics by Table Topics Master Siba and a detailed evaluation by Eric. It's a lot of takeaways and a lot of learnings. And one thing I was just trying to suggest that Eric has already suggested that instead of taking TM Satya, TMOD, rather we should come up with expansions like the Toastmasters General Evaluator, Toastmaster of the Day, and that has been taken as a learning and from the subsequent lessons. A lot of takeaways. Thank you very much for inviting, especially Toastmaster Satya for inviting me, and thank you very much. And we see all success to this club. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Guest Abba, are you there? Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Am
you.
I audible? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm joining Toastmaster as I'm back after almost 2 months now. Actually, in between I had to discontinue because of the shift. So for me, it is good to be back. It is just that ending the meeting, the enthusiasm, the energy that Toastmasters brings, and that has been it's good to be back. And I have again online has its own set of limitations. We have I kept getting disconnected in between a couple of times. I'm having some signal issues here, but I'm hope to be rectified sooner, pretty soon. And am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes.
Yeah, it's breaking off actually. So yes, it has been a good opportunity for me to get back to Toastmasters. So I'd like to thank you all and for your warm welcome, and I hope to join you again.
Thank you so much, Guest Abba, for sharing your view. So, Guest Anne, I would love to hear from you.
Thank you very much, Madam President. I want to say that I thought the meeting was very well organized. The educational session was very varied. I like what distinguished Toastmaster General Evaluator Von Eric suggested about placing the agenda in the chat. I would also like to suggest that the grammarian can place the word and its meaning in the chat as well to remind persons to use the word of the day, not only the word, but its meaning as well. And overall, I thought the meeting was very informative. I liked the masterclass. From what I have seen from Toastmaster Manoj, he does excellent research and his presentations are always enlightening. And I thank you for this opportunity to give my feedback on the meeting today, Madam President.
Thank you so much, Guest Anne, for joining us today. We would love to hear your thoughts in future meetings too. Thank you. Anyone left? Prerna, are you there?
Oh, I think she's not
She
there.
has left.
Yeah.
So, Siba, Toastmaster Siba, are the results ready?
Yes. Just give
Then-
me a second.
Yeah. Kindly
Almost
share.
ready, about to share. Okay, let me quickly share my screen. Yeah. Yeah. Are you able to see my screen? Presiding officer.
Yes, it's visible. Visible.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So guest Prabhat, Toastmasters Prabhat, selected for the best table topic speaker. Congratulations, guest Prabhat. Next, second, best role player, general evaluator DTM Vaughn. Congratulations, DTM Vaughn, for best role player. The last, best auxiliary role player, grammarian Ashok R. Congratulations, you are continuously winning 2 certificates last time and this time also. Okay, yeah, that's it from my side. Back to you, presiding officer, Ravinder.
You are on mute.
You are talking on mute. You are talking on mute.
Sorry. Actually, you missed one certificate for Toastmaster Manoj for the master class.
Yeah, that is there. One second.
Not said it.
Yes.
Please say it.
Yeah,
yes.
Sorry, Toastmaster Manoj. My
So
bad.
Toastmaster Manoj.
Toastmaster Manoj.
Congratulations.
For your best masterclass. Everyone learned a lot and it was amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster One.
Yeah, back to you, presiding officer.
Thank
you, everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster
So-
Siva, for sharing the.
Great.
So with this, I conclude this meeting. So we can chat.
So let's